All right, welcome to the fourth and final review of the evening. Up this time is a Fistful of Gun. Select one of 11 unique playable gunslingers and seek revenge solo or with your friends in online or local co-op. Note we did not test online multiplayer for this. Which is fine and well enough. Multiplayer in the actual focus of the game. Anyway, master the specialized controls of each character. Collect gold from fallen foes to purchase upgrades. Get totally drunk. And unleash a tornado of lead across the dusty plains. So, a Fistful of Gun is a top-down shooter. Your first instinct when seeing it may be to call it a twin stick shooter. That is not accurate. Like, in fact, I won't say it's the polar opposite. Like, sometimes it can be a twin stick shooter. Sometimes, like, some of the characters use the buttons to fire. You know, it's like the big gimmick here is, all of the gunslingers here, they play differently with their own unique gimmick. Like the first character here, Noah, for example. Select him. He has the gimmick of being no, I'm thinking of a different character. Like, trying to remember. I think that might be Virgil I'm thinking of. Anyway, you're in a neutral zone here, so don't fire.
Oh.
Yeah. I hadn't gotten to that part, but now you have to escape. But yeah, anyway, Norm's gimmick here is he's got a shotgun. And I'm trying to remember, I think, like, because, like I said, each character has their own wildly different gimmick. Like, the character next to him, Two Feathers, shoots arrows, but can only shoot them at right angles. So, you have to compensate for that. On the other end, like on the literal other end, you have the 13, which is a whole regiment. They control like a typical twin stick shooter. But the thing is, since they're a regiment, they are a big target. It's just it takes multiple bullets to kill you. And that right there is the killer of the game. That the continues. First of all, like, for whatever reason, they set it up like a traditional arcade. In that when you die, like, you got to go through this whole continue screen. Like, you have to insert a quarter. And that kind of ruins the flow of the game. Because I'm like, this isn't an arcade game. It's not an arcade port. It has nothing to do with actual arcades. Like, really messes with the rhythm. And the other thing is, you have limited continues. In the case of story mode here, 7. Okay, to switch. Okay, try another character.
We have the archer. What?
Yeah, select him. Because you're going to have to come up with a whole different strategy. Not just in terms of the weapon, but in the way they fire. Like, another character has a 6-shooter, where you can shoot in, like, one of the directions, but you have to reload it like an actual 6-shooter. So you end up flicking the control stick 6 times. Another one has the bullets coordinated with directions. Yeah, see, this is the thing. You can only shoot at 90-degree angles, or the 4 cardinal directions. You have to compensate for that. Like another character has a machine gun, which has a like the best rate of fire for a while. That'll slow down as you expend ammo. Also, your movement becomes worthless. One character is the bomber of the group, so you'll put down some dynamite and then you have to explode it. I think is this the drug trip?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think this may be the peyote level or section. Looks like it. So, at the end of the day, each of the 11 characters have their own quirks and differences. So, in terms of diversity and replay value, it's there, especially since the town here is procedurally generated.
Not gonna lie, the bright red full screen things are a bit eye piercing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, my point is, this game is built for multiple playthroughs. So, I saw some comments complaining about the lack of replay value, and I'm not exactly sure what they're talking about here. I mean, this has more replay value than some, some actual old school twin stick shooters and top-down shooters. Like, it benefits.
Maybe they mean doesn't have meta progression.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's got actual procedural design, as opposed to, say, something like Smash TV, which I don't think was actually random in terms of its room structure. But that's beside the point. So the big demerit for me was, ironically enough, all of the gimmicks attached to the gunslingers. In this case, Arrow Slinger. Like, on the one hand, I get, like I said, I get it. Like, they were trying to do something different, think outside the box, shift the paradigm, and other empty buzzwords. And to that end, they succeeded. But it's also, I'm trying, I lost my patience with the assorted gimmickry.
Yeah, there's a limit to... There's a boundary line between that is an interesting alternate way to play this game, or to play a shooter game, and that's just an obnoxious control scheme.
Exactly.
And you have to be very careful not to go into the latter.
And for me, this game missed the mark there. Because, every character I used had some, not necessarily control quirk, but some quirk of theirs where I did not care. After a while, I was done.
I'm sure some of them are fine, or even between fine and good, but I guess you can just not play as the ones you don't like, but
Right. Like,
It
yeah,
certainly feels like you're losing something if like half of the characters are a bridge too far from what you like playing as.
yeah, the patience breaker is when I felt like I was dying because of, like in the case of Two Feathers here, because I can't aim on the diagonals. You know,
On the other hand, you do have a relatively aimable shot that seems to go the whole length of the screen. So
yeah, like I said, I see what they were going for here. Um, After a while, I just wanted a regular ass twin stick shooter control scheme
Hmm.
with no, you know, you slow to a crawl or you're as big as a fucking bus attached to it. This may be a mileage may vary situation, but that's where I was after some playtime here. It's like I felt the desire to play, Renegade Ops, to name one twin stick shooter that plays much more traditionally, if you will. Like, anyway, Petty, you've been playing the game. What are your thoughts on the diverse range of gun shooters here?
Uh, it seems fine.
Hmm. Yeah, I
Uh,
think the shotgunner here was my overall favorite. I mean, still annoying quirks because, like,
he only gets 2 shots and then has to reload. It looks like. Or
yeah, yep, and that's the difference between life and death right there. I get, yeah, I guess that's true to life, but you know, insert I don't play video games to experience real life. Especially something as stylized as this.
Mhm.
But on the other hand, that is the gimmick they went for. So, it made sense that they what's the Greek for 11 here?
The Greek word for 11?
Yeah,
I actually don't know that.
it'd be something deca. Like I know dodeca is 12,
Like Undeka?
triskaideka is 13.
Probably.
Yeah. The
How to
point is that
count in Greek.
they 11 downed on it.
Ah,
Yeah. Because you got 11 gunslingers, each of them are different. And each of
yeah.
them
It's
have,
Endeka.
yeah, they have their own gimmick. Like I said, I admire the craft, but at the same time, I do wish that there was an option to play this traditionally. So that's, I think, more of a subjective thing, maybe. But like I said, just it was fine for a while, but then I was just like, I'm done. Anything anyway? Is there anything you wish to add to the conversation, Petty?
not really. Just the game is one of those interesting curiosities, but like I'm not a big fan of trying to actually play it.
Yeah, that's a good summation of what I've been saying. Like, like I said, I respect what this game was trying to do, but when I actually play it, I'm like my nerves got chafed really fast.
Yeah.
Like, anyway, in terms of pricing, the game clocks in at a normal price of $9.99, $10. Though it does, when it does go on sale, I picked it up for like 150. I mean, but our policy is to tend to evaluate at its regular price. Um, $10 might be a bit much for a, this game. Like, it's trying to have replay value. It really is, but On the other hand, I think its gimmicks kind of shorten that in regards to the patience factor. So ultimately, I think pick this up on deep sale is the proper evaluation here. Anything else?
I think I'm good.
All right. So yeah, that'll about do it for a Fistful of Gun and our review session. So coming up on the week ahead, on Wednesday, June 12th, we'll be having Alan Gabbard of Positive Concept Games. They will be talking about Shrine's Legacy, which I will note just had a stint at IGN Live. In fact, the release date trailer premiered there. I know this because they actually sent us an early release of said trailer.
Fine.
Yeah. So it's an interesting game. Shrine's Legacy is a Super Nintendo-inspired 16-bit RPG set in the magical world of Ardemia. Follow a pair of heroes as they try to unite the elements of magic and restore the Sword of Shrine and save the world in both single-player and co-op action. So, it looks like someone really was inspired by Secret of Mana.
I mean, if you're going to be inspired by an RPG, let it be that.
Mm-hmm.
Just please remember to actually finish your game.
Okay, that's a deep cut.
That's not fair. They did finish it. The rest of it is Chrono Trigger.
I mean, Secret of Mana was finished. It's just it was really fucking buggy.
It's buggy, and there are a few noticeable gaping holes where more plot should have been.
Right. But that's a topic for another day. Anyway, so we also do have a new episode of Moonhawk Studios Presents happening on Wednesday, so look forward to that.
Yep.
No Friday show this week, so y'all can sleep in or whatever during that time.
Get to work early.
Indeed.
Sprint to work.
Oh, update, Adam. I am going to be changing my hours like this coming week or the week after.
Duly noted. We'll have to deal with that
I
next
can probably
week.
still start Friday shows, but I will probably have to leave in the middle.
I mean, that's kind of how we've been operating recently anyway, so anyway, point is we have no Friday show. So until next time, I shall wish you good gaming. In a minute.